We always search for an accompaniment to have it with tea or coffee. But what if it is a nice short bread or a short cookie? Hello and welcome to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana and to the Ultimate Baking Series with me, Chef Afraz. Today I'm going to show you a very interesting recipe of scones that you can have it with jam and cream cheese with your tea and coffee. So let's quickly start. First, I'm going to add in 2 cups of refined flour in a large bowl. To that I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, around 3 tablespoons of castor sugar, because normally the scones are not savory, they are light sweet. And then I'm going to add around 1 tablespoon of baking powder. You might be thinking I'm adding a lot of baking powder, but in this recipe you do need to add a good amount of baking powder as that is the only leavening agent. Next I'm going to mix all this together nicely. So we have mixed all our dry ingredients. Let's keep this aside. And then I'm going to chop 100 grams of chilled butter. So after cutting the butter, I'm going to take a food processor and now let's add in the dried powder mixture, and then I'm going to add 100 grams of chilled butter. And then I'm going to ground this, and now you see we have got a nice bread crumb like texture. If you don't have a food processor, you can also do it with your fingers by rubbing the butter with the flour. So now this is done. Again I'm going to take this out in a bowl. So after this I'm going to make a well in the center, and I'm going to add little vanilla essence, and then I'm going to add milk and bring all this together to form a dough. Now at this stage you can also add nuts like raisins, dry cranberries, dried blueberries to your scones, but I'm keeping it very simple and plain. So now as you see we have got a nice soft dough. Now let's dust some refined flour on the work surface, and now I'm going to roll the dough out into a thick sheet. And now with the serrated cookie cutter, I'm going to first dredge this into flour and then cut the dough and place this directly on the baking tray. So I'm going to place this in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 10 to 12 minutes. Now before putting this into the oven, I'm going to give a nice egg wash over each scone so that we get a nice golden color on top. You can also brush it on the sides. So now the scones are ready, and I've got it down to the room temperature and they are ready to serve. So let's take one scone. I'm going to cut it from between, and inside you see a nice bread texture. And now I'm going to put some jam on top. And then some cream cheese. And there you go, our scones are ready. Let's quickly plate. So there you go, our lovely scones are ready. A best accompaniment to be eaten with tea or coffee. So do give it a try. If you like the videos that we share on YouTube, do subscribe to us on our YouTube channel.